Hey, what's up there, Planeteers? I'm out here at the Greener Solutions Research Farm. I got all kinds of stuff going out here. Checking out standard fertilizers that I don't recommend versus eco-friendly fertilizers like Biofeed that I do recommend. I came out here to the farm because I'm going to be heading to the West Coast later, and I wanted to come make sure all my babies are doing okay, and make sure that my insect problem is doing okay. You always want to be scouting for insects. If you're growing in the ground, you're also going to be scouting for weeds all the time. Now, sometimes people will look at weeds in the wrong way and just they want to kill them. Where me, I love weeds because it tells me everything that I need to know, what's going on with the ground. Depending on what types of weeds are growing, I know if we've got a phosphorus problem or this and that. It's actually pretty cool when you got a noggin like this. Now, when I came out here, I did notice that I'm starting to get a little bit of a mealybug problem on my aphids, and I'm going to be gone for several days, so I'm going to go ahead and spray today. Now, I'm using a product called Vectrol, made by Biofeed. We sell it wholesale, and we're trying pretty fast here as Greener Solutions to be able to offer that as a retail option for you guys too. Because even though it's an insecticide, fungicide, and nemicide, you don't have to have a spray applicator license because it's not poison. In fact, it's OMRI listed, which means it's justifiable to use on a USDA organic farm. Now, these kind of products, super healthy, and it's what I promote because you don't want to kill everything. People go out here and just smoke their garden and then wonder why they have continued insect problems, because they killed all the spiders, they killed all the lady beetles, ladybugs, they killed all the lacewings and praying mantises, all the little homies that help. You know, even my homies like the dragonfly, who don't necessarily feed on the insects as far as the ones that we're worried about, but they feed on the ones that our kids are worried about, like the mosquitoes and our grandparents are worried about. May not be a garden problem, but hey, it's still going on in your lawn. So I'm going to be using Vectrol until we get that offered out on retail. What I recommend you use is neem oils when you got aphid problems or mealybug problems. I really came out to keep an eye out for white flies. I've never experienced white flies personally, but I've heard all over through the state last year was a really bad problem, and I want to keep my eyes out and see the first signs. But neem oil is a great alternative, and it's a way to be able to kill some of those insects that we don't want without killing all the insects that we do want, because I find that that's very important. Now, I was doing some tests on some beans, and it's pretty neat because here's an example of some beans that I'm going to be putting in some bigger pots. But this is the one that's being used on standard fertilizer. And 3 days ago, I sprayed the other ones with Biofeed. And I specifically sprayed the smaller ones. I always give the more dominant plant, the one with the more peppers or the fruits. I use that for the standard because I'm proving a point with the Biofeed. And I'm just amazed after 3 days the difference between these two. This guy's going to be fruiting long before the other. Now, look here, for example. You know, this is my standard of the peppers that I was planting yesterday, where it's already got some peppers on it, where my Biofeed one does not. Simply because I don't want to use it in a biased way. Unless you're going from seed, there's really no way to not be biased. So I always put the biased favor into the standard, meaning I give the standard fertilizer the benefit of the doubt. Like, prove me wrong. I'm going to give the bigger, better plant to you, and I'll give the Biofeed to the smaller, more pathetic plant, and then watch it outgrow. It's pretty neat. But I will have to tell you guys something. You know, I never knew how hard it was going to be to run this research farm. You know, I was looking over at a pepper here, literally apologizing to her. I've never in my entire life seen a yellow pepper and not tried to do something about it. Didn't matter if it was my pepper or neighbors or anybody's. It's kind of hard to watch a plant suffer knowing that you know everything that it needs, but you can't give it to it. And I'm serious, sweetheart. It's in the name of science and it's nothing personal. But I hope to God you'll forgive me. But yeah, guys, I wanted to give you a little bit of insect knowledge. Remember that neem oil. Neem space oil, as long as that's how you still spell oil. Check it out. You'll love it. You can grab that stuff basically anywhere that you're seeing fertilizer sold. Remember, guys, if you know any landscapers, anybody that owns nurseries, works at nurseries, hit me up. Send me a personal message, and let's try to change the world together. You know, the more nurseries and landscapers that we get using these products, the better off that we're going to be, because we're lowering the leaching that we're putting out there here in the state of Florida and all over the world, as far as I'm concerned. Algae problems are always going to be a problem. As long as the temperatures keep spiking, it's always going to keep getting worse. This is our way to combat everything that we can. Thanks, guys.